Hi there. My name is Gary Hopt. I live in Kitimat, British Columbia. My partner drives a Hyundai. It's her third one. She loves it. My gosh, she just can't say enough about it. What a great car. So the current one, it's a 2011 Santa Fe. The one before that was a 2010 Santa Fe. And the one before that was, I don't know, an '07 Santa Fe. And the first one was fabulous, like she never had any issues. The second one, we began to have issues. And it was then that we learned. I guess it's important to sort of bring this around into perspective. Most of you probably live within half an hour of a car dealer, of a Hyundai dealer, if you own a Hyundai. We live 8 hours away from a Hyundai dealer. And one of the things that they assure you when you go to look at a Hyundai, new or used, but if you go to the dealer, which happens to be in Prince George, 8 hours away, it's servicing. Because you have to ask that question. What about servicing? No problem. There are a couple of dealers, new car dealers in Terrace, which is an hour that way. And I'm not going to specifically say which dealer, but there is a dealer. There's not a Honda. There's not a Hyundai. And so they'll do the service work, and which is not inaccurate. It's close. It's close. In fact, you have an issue, and you have to do a little bit of arm wrestling as a rule, and then the dealer in Prince George gets the parts from Hyundai Canada. We're talking about a warranty issue here, and then they ship them off to the dealer in Terrace, and then they fix your vehicle. But the first words out of the Prince George dealer are, you have to bring it to Prince George to get the work done. 8 hours. So you got to figure 3 days, plus motels, plus food, plus fuel. Usually, a call to Hyundai Canada brings a certain amount of a better approach, and the parts can be sent to the dealer in Terrace, and they will put them on, and then the billing will all get done and things work out. Usually. Well, we have an unusual problem. It's electronic. The radio head, the part where the Bluetooth communicates to the radio, it's failed. It never worked from the day Sharon bought the car. It wasn't new. It was a used vehicle, but nonetheless, under the warranty. And so we decided that she really needed the Bluetooth. And it seemed like a fairly straightforward exchange, one radio head for another. But no, Hyundai Canada will not allow a radio head to be sent to the dealer in Terrace because it's so expensive. I think it's like $1,000. Yeah, and you're right, it's $1,000. The car is $50,000. Don't talk to me about the radio head being $1,000. But they won't send it. So it's a 3-day trip now to Prince George for the exchange of a radio head. So what does that cost? That's a day out of the office. So whatever that might have amounted to in dollars and cents, plus fuel, plus 3 days motels, that's about $150. 2 days, 3 days out, but 2 days in motels. So that's most of $350 for motels, plus food. You don't eat for less than maybe $100, $80 a day, breakfast, lunch, supper, plus fuel. And no, we don't have the cheap or more efficient Hyundai, of course. So I want to say to you, if you're looking at buying a Hyundai that is still under warranty, so whether you buy it from the dealer or from another source, if you live any distance from a Hyundai dealer, you really want to think twice about how you're going to take care of that. And it doesn't really matter if they say You can take it to a dealer of another brand where you live. Oh, maybe like a Honda. And that's okay because it's bullshit. They want you to buy the car. They don't look after you as the customer. They want you to drive 8 hours, or they don't care. I mean, the last time we went through this, it was a safety issue. And I finally had to point that out. You want us to drive the car 8 hours in the middle of winter, actually, to Prince George, knowing that the steering could fail. Oh, well, okay, well, perhaps. So now, because of a radio head, they're afraid that Honda is going to steal it, the exchange. I mean, give me a break. Look after your customers. Of course, they don't, so then they're going to wonder. And I'm going to do everything I can to limit their sales in northern British Columbia. If you live in northern BC, somewhere other than Prince George, I wouldn't recommend you buy a Hyundai, even though they appear to be a great car, because if you have to get service work done, you got to go back to Prince George. And that is sometimes not convenient. And they don't write you a check. They don't help you in any way whatsoever. I would never recommend anybody buying a Hyundai if you're not next to the dealer, because getting it serviced is like everything. Things go wrong. I'm not suggesting that the car shouldn't have issues. We all have it. That's not a big deal. You just have to deal with it. I want to say maturely. I don't feel like dealing with it maturely right now. Don't buy a Hyundai if you live anywhere west of Vanderhook, British Columbia. And tell them, phone them, tell them, give them hell. Because that's the only thing that's going to make it different, is when they start losing sales because people can't get proper service. That's just ridiculous. It really is. Have yourself an excellent day. Bye. Look at that. Sun shining. It's not raining.